Alright guys, so basically what's happening right here is I'm posing like usual. But waiting for Thor. But yeah, me and Thor are just talking about, well, I'm telling him he needs a new wetsuit because there's a fat hole in his right now. But you probably can't hear me that well in the GoPro camera because I had the waterproof casing on. So basically I'm just explaining to you guys what's happening before we dive. You guys know the spot, like I said. And then yeah, basically we'll see you guys in the water. So basically, this is the first drop of the day when we jumped in. The water wasn't as clean as I thought it was going to be, but it was still pretty clear. So right here, there's a pile of fish in front of me. I actually seen an uhu earlier in this same pile of fish, but he kind of like veered off and I lost him. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a blind drop and go on there and do some scratching, some dusting, and see if he comes in. I'm just doing a quick breathe up real fast, like the first dive of the day, so the breath hold was kind of chopped, not going to lie. But taking my time relaxing, and then I'm gonna head onto the bottom here real soon. So right here I'm heading to the bottom. I was also, excuse me, sorry about that guys. So I get to the bottom, I look up, and the school of fish is working in my direction. I found a nice rock to hide by that I could get some leverage and hold on to, and started scratching and just waiting to see if the uhu was gonna come back. Just looking what's out there. Nice pile of fish. Unfortunately though, there was no uhu to come back, so I kind of just went on there for the scenery. But yeah, it was nice to get a first dive in. I haven't dove in a while prior to this dive, so it was nice to just be back in the water, be on the bottom, and experience all of this again. So right here I decided he wasn't coming back in. I was like, yep, I'm going back up. Alright guys, so we ended up swimming a little bit more out, ended up finding this really nice cave, and like I said prior, in the last clip, prior to this dive, I haven't dove in a very long time. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a drop in this cave, just kind of cruise, hang out, you know, get some drops in before we head out into a little bit deeper water. And I haven't been able to talk to you guys, so this is the clip I'm gonna be able to talk to you guys a little bit more. I have not recorded a voiceover in a very long time because I was moving and stuff, so I had a hard time really getting a YouTube video out. So if the voiceover is kind of like messed up today, I apologize guys, but I got something wrong with my throat today, god damn. But yeah, so here we are on the bottom, checking this cave out, you know, seeing if there's anything in it, just kind of cruising around, getting comfortable in the water again. Alright guys, so this clip right here, we ended up getting on the outside and wasn't even swimming around for that long. Ended up finding my first taco of the dive. So here I am headed down to go pick it up. Wasn't the biggest taco in the world, but it was still a taco nonetheless. And it was, like I said, felt really nice to be out there again, driving tacos, just being in the water. It just felt nice. I haven't dove for a while, that's why, so it was nice being out there. So yeah, just tickle them out, the usual. Wasn't the biggest. Ended up letting this one go. Peep the purple socks or blue socks though. So yeah, we're on our way back up with a nice taco. End up letting down go, like I said, a little bit on the smaller side, and onto this clip right here. We were swimming around and I ended up running into this really cool thing. Nice little eagle right on the outside. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go have some film time. Go on there, record me swimming with him for a little bit. It's always nice to see these things in the water. I have never found one with like a fish on it. I know a lot of people find kagamis with them. They find omilus with them, but I have never found one that had a fish on it. But nonetheless, it's really nice and cool to always have one to go say what's up and see one in the water. On my way back up, I see Thor come swimming to me with the weirdest thing in the world. I'm like, bro, what's that? And as you see when I get closer, he ended up finding a fishing pole. Someone's trolling pole fell out of their boat, and he ended up finding it, and it was pretty cool. It was like a 14-0 on a stubby. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I was in the water playing with it. It's like, yeah. So if you guys lost a pole outside of where we were diving, if you guys know the spot in the intro, then it's out there still yet, because we tried to bring it in, but unfortunately the line snapped and we ended up losing the pole in the water somewhere again. So it's kind of sad because I want to take out the water just to be cool and see what it was like, you know, like just take it out and take a picture with it and all that. But nonetheless, it was pretty cool that he found that, and you know, we got to mess around with it. So yeah, if you did lose a trolling rod, a trolling pole outside in Macau, it's still there. And if it was yours, let me know in the comments. I'm curious like how it got lost. Like I want to know how it fell out of the boat. Like did something bite it, or did it like get snagged or something? But yeah, it's pretty cool to find that out there. See, I'm taking off the stuff. I clipped that swivel onto my buoy, and the line that was in the reel ended up breaking. That's how we ended up losing the pole. So yeah, on to the next clip. Alright guys, so this clip right here, we're swimming around looking for taco. This happens to me all the time, where I'm so focused on taco that I don't see fish. I ended up running into a really nice sized uku. Unfortunately, he seen me before I seen him, so by the time I seen him, he was kind of working his way out. So I kind of just took a blind drop in the last place I saw him, got to the bottom, did some dusting, you know, seeing if he would come back, did some scratching, the normal, which you would do to attract an uku. But if you dive west side, you know that the fish out there are very smart. They have, like, just don't like people. So I did a bunch of scratching, a bunch of dusting. There's a little bit of surge, as you can see right there. I'm getting kind of tossed around a little bit. And, you know, like I said, I haven't dove in a while, so my breath hold wasn't that great. So I ended up coming back up. Unfortunately, I didn't even see him either, so I was like, you know what, he's not coming in. I'm not going to waste time down here. And the water wasn't that clear. It's kind of dirty. But yeah, on to the next clip we go. Alright guys, this next clip is a prime example of how you know I haven't dove in a long time. There's a really nice sized Vekinono. You can't see him currently in the screen because he's just sitting on the bottom, but here I am taking a drop on him. I'm lining up on him. He's just sleeping, bro. A pretty fat one too, and I don't know how I missed. I point blank missed. I have no idea how that happened. I usually hit those shots all day long. I'm gonna blame it on the gun, okay, guys? I'm gonna blame it on the gun. But when I shot him, after I shot him, he really didn't move. He kind of just like did that little burst of energy and kind of slowed down right off the ledge in front of me, and he kind of just cruised away. So you're gonna watch right here. I'm kind of swimming after him while loading my gun because I can still see him and he's kind of chilling. So I'm like, just maybe if I can load my gun fast enough, he'll stick around, because I kind of just spooked him and he didn't really seem like he was kind of scared. Because right now he's kind of just chilling. He's not really swimming away. He's kind of just hanging out in the front of me off of the ledge. So I'm trying to hurry up, reload my gun, so maybe I can get another shot at him. While I'm still keeping an eye on him, because he is moving around, but he's not really like panicking. So I kind of spooked him, but didn't at the same time. So I'm like, okay, I got a second chance. So I'm hurrying up, loading my gun, taking a little, you know, taking some time to breathe up, relaxing, resting, and then I swim in the direction that he's headed, because he's headed for that. If you can see in the top of the screen right now, kind of to the left, there's that little crack. He's kind of I'm also looking up. He was heading towards that crack, but me looking up right there, I was looking for my dive partner, because this water is a little bit on the deeper side, and I know because I already spooked him, I'm gonna have to stay down there for a little bit longer. So I'm just making sure that he's behind me and he got my back if I go down there. You're gonna watch again in a second here. So right here, I look up again, and there he is. You see his head in the middle of the screen. I'm like, okay, he sees me. He knows where I am. Time to head down there. So I'm kind of just doing a breathe up, because I know I'm gonna be down there for a little bit, and kind of just relaxing, and then kind of looking for a spot to hide. And the only spot to hide right now is that little rocks on the left. So I'm kind of scoping that out, seeing where I'm gonna land when I get down there, seeing what's around, you know. So I'm kind of just doing my breathe up. At this point, I kind of lost where he went, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go down there and see if he'll come back in. So right here, I'm on my way down, you know, kind of just cruising slowly, don't burn too much energy. Watch when I hit the bottom. There's gonna be a school of Vekis. You see those Vekis to my left? They'll be in front of me in a second here. So I hit the bottom, right, and everything just starts disappearing. Everything to my left starts running away. You can't really see it too well on camera. I do some dusting, some scratching. All those Vekis are gonna dip in a second, and watch this. Boom! That huge Omilu comes out of nowhere. The camera does that fish no justice. That thing was at least 13 pounds. This camera does that thing no justice. It caught me way off guard. He came flying in, and he scared the crabs out of me. So I like lost a lot of air. I'm like, okay, I'm going up. I don't even know what just happened. That was crazy. So there's a lot of life today, and I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna get something. Unfortunately, not on that drop. So on to the next. Alright, guys. So this next tip right here, we're swimming around for a little bit. Ended up finding a really nice sized taco on this edge. You can kind of see him right there in the middle of the screen on the bottom. Took a drop on him. You know, did my usual. So working my way to the bottom. It's a really nice taco hole. It's a really nice one. Got down here. It's a lot bigger than I thought he was. Like I said, the cam does these things no justice, bro. He's doing a Duke, right? You don't want to come out at first. And, you know me, doing a wiggle, sticky fingers, got him out. And yeah, that was another taco, another solid taco for that dive. Heading on back to the surface to look for the next hole. But yeah, alright guys, we're on to the next tip. Alright guys, so it happened again. Like I said earlier previously with the uku, I swim around and don't really take notice to fish too much. I do look more for tacos. So I have tunnel vision. But right here, I got to this little ledge and ended up running into a nice school of Moana Kalis. When I first seen the school, there's like 6 of them, and 3 of them were hammers. Like I'm talking some real for that side of the island. Those are some really big Moana Kalis. So right here, you're gonna see I get to the bottom. I hold on to this little rock and do some dusting, and 2 of the smaller ones ended up coming in. You're gonna see them here in a second. They're right there on the left, kind of like in the middle of the screen. 2 of the smaller ones came in. The little bit bigger ones kind of stayed back a little bit. I know, dub camera angle, right guys? But yeah, they kind of stayed back a little bit. They were kind of very wary and just keeping their distance. Like I said, they had seen me prior. One of them was actually on his way in, gonna give me a shot, but he ended up turning around and going the other direction. So you know what? Screw it. Come out. Yeah, guys, it's hard diving out there. This clip right here, I was swimming around, as you guys would have seen right there in the middle of the screen. There's this nice little pond where we swimming around, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to see if I can dive bomb him, see if I can get a shot off. He dipped under these rocks. I was like, oh, perfect. He ended up coming out the back door, and he just took off. And I was like, you know what? I really don't want to chase him. It's not really, like, you know, if he gave me a shot, I would have took it. If not, it's whatever. But, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool to throw that in there. This clip right here is the one where I wish I left the GoPro running. I was swimming around, we were kind of on our way back already with the dive, and I had seen a taco. It wasn't the biggest, you know, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna go down there and see how big it is. I'm gonna grab out the hole and see how big it is. I usually always do this because sometimes they can be deceiving. Sometimes they can look a lot bigger than you actually think they are. So I went down and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it out and see if it's how big it is. If it's small, let it go. Just kind of on the decent side, keep it. So I went down, ended up starting to poke it out. Right here, I just come in. I was like, oh, he's small. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take him out, play with him for a little bit, and then let him go. And then getting him out, and then, you know, I was on my way back up, and I spotted another one right off over here in the distance next to this one. So this one was a keeper, it was like a pound and a half. So I kept that one, and then I'm spotting another one right off a little ways from that one, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab 2 perfect. So I swim into this one, doing a quick little breathe up before I head down to grab that one. And then I was like, oh, looking for my partner. I was like, oh, throw some around here. So I was like, I bet I'm gonna grab it, because I was gonna have him grab it and we were gonna take like a double, but he wasn't around me at the time, so whatever, I'm just gonna get it. So I'm doing a breathe up, getting ready to go down and grab it. You know, I still have the camera rolling because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna leave it rolling. And then right here, I ended up turning it off right before I Alright guys, and this happened. I ended up shooting the fish of a lifetime. Not gonna say much here. I'm just gonna let this next clip play out and you guys will see how exciting and how stoked I was. The clip will speak for itself. Let's get straight to it. Alright guys, so this is just me showing off the fish. But as you guys can tell from that previous clip, I was super stoked. It was such a memorable thing for me. It's just another clip where I'm just showing off the fish, you know. I'd like to thank my dive partner Thor, also cameraman. He's dubbed cameraman right here. Yeah, it was a very, I still lost words to this day on this fish. I've chased this thing for so long, and this was the day I finally got one. So yeah, let's jump into this next clip. We're on our way in already. I caught that fish, so I was like, you know what, I'm done. Let's go in. We had some tacos. But on my way in, I ended up spotting a really nice Joe, and he dipped off to my right under this ledge, and he kind of I didn't really see him for a little while. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna just try to drop above the ledge and see if he pops out in the corner where all the fish are swimming up, because that was like their pattern. They like was going under and then coming up. So I'm over here just creeping around looking for him, not really seeing anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go up and then I'm gonna go in the ledge and look for him. And then right here, he dips up to the left side. He's in the middle of the screen right now. He kind of jumps over the reef and went to the next hole. And I'm like, oh shit, he's right there. So I kind of like swam towards him, you know, try not to really spook him too much, just move in his direction. And he ended up turning and was heading back to the hole. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to cut him off. So I took a drop on him, and right here, the rest is history from here. Boom. Dive bomb shot. Ended up sticking a really nice Joe for the final fish of the dive on the way in. I was super stoked already. Obviously, we had the Kagami, and I was like, oh, now I got a Joe. That's a dub. So it was pretty epic dive all around. Yeah, it was a solid Joe. I had water in my mask too when I was shooting these things, so I kind of couldn't see, but it was a dub. Nice Joe. And that was one for the steamer. Alright guys, so this drop right here, I was on my way in, I just popped in and shoot that Joe. And I swam a little bit more in, and I ended up finding a really nice taco on the way in. I was like, what the hell, okay. So I was like, you know what, I can't pass up on another nice sized taco, so take a drop on him. So it's pretty camouflage, not gonna lie. See how he didn't change color until I touched him. But it was a really nice size one. Looking around, seeing if any fish is gonna come around, because I was kind of close in, so I was like, oh, maybe a fish will come by, but no fish came in. So like, ah, you know what, just get his taco. He's kind of being a little a-hole, he didn't want to come out. Like, you know what, I was running out of breath. It was the end of the dive. I was like, damn. He came out and he kind of moved to the left a little bit of his hole. Like, yeah, so keep an eye on him while I come up. Breathe a little bit. He's kind of dropping off to the ledge. He like got me down there though. I kept him with me the whole dive because I didn't want no seal, no shark, no nothing to take it from the buoy. So the Kagami stayed with me the whole dive. I tied him to my gun and I swam with that thing all the way in. It was yeah, I was not losing that fish. Not after I've chased that thing for so many years trying to get one. I finally get one just to have him get away. Yeah, right. He's still alive too. I brained him and everything. He's still alive. I don't know what the hell. I'm looking around, making sure no shark or nothing's coming to steal my Kagami. Here I go, heading back down to grab that taco. Watch how fat this thing is, bro. Look at that thing. It's a solid one. Boom! Grab him, and the Kagami swimming away with my gun. I was like, oh, no way, brother, give me that back. Grab the gun, and on my way back up to the surface, so another solid taco for the dive. That would have been the last thing we caught this dive, because from here I just kind of booked it straight in. I was like, you know, I'm taking no chances. I kind of booked it straight in and yeah, just headed in already. So right here, just me coming up. I'm still new to this whole voiceover thing, and I think I need to get a better mic. This mic's good, but I need to go get one that has a little bit more like precision sound, if that makes any sense, because it sounds a little weird sometimes. But yeah, it's just us coming up. Hope that I don't get rolled instead. But yeah, like I said, I'm still new to this whole voiceover thing, so if it's not the best voiceover or any of that, sorry about that, guys. I'm still trying. But it was really cool to get a video out for you guys, and you know, I like being able to break down the dive, what's going on, what happened, and all of that. And this was one of those videos that was very special, because if you've been around me, you know how long I've chased Kagami, you know how long this fish has haunted me, and to finally catch one was just one of those things that it's not the biggest. It's only like 10.2 pounds, so it's not the biggest Kagami out there, but just the fish alone, the story behind it, and how long it took me to get one made this moment very special for me to finally land one. Um, yeah, and that would have been it for another successful, great dive in the books. I had the kuya on me and everything. Like, I was taking no chances. I took everything with me. I didn't even unload my gun yet. Like, so stoked. Just wanted to get up, look at it, take some pictures. Look at that kuya, bruh. Look at that. Solid Kagami. But thank you guys for watching. Until the next video. I love all you guys. Thank you guys for the subs. Thank you guys for everything. If you're new around here, hit that sub button. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.